Hey, it's Tom from Pack Hacker, and in this video we are taking a detailed look at the Rolling Square Tau battery bank, which I've been testing over the course of the last 2 weeks. If you want to see more videos like this one, please give it a thumbs up so we can keep helping you find the right gear. Let's dive in. All right, so we have the Tau here, and you can see that it's pretty small right off the bat. So I wanted to bring in a couple of other battery banks as well. So this is 5,000 capacity, 10,000 capacity from Anker, and a little over 2,500 capacity here. So you can kind of see the difference between these two. There's a 5,000 with MagSafe. I'll set that off to the side. 10,000. And then a little over 2,500. So you can see, as far as the size goes, this is a lot less. Now, this is a 1,400 milliamp capacity inside of the Tau, so it's really not that much. I have my iPhone 13 Pro Max here. This is a little over, 4,000 milliamp battery capacity. So that's basically going to charge my iPhone 13 Pro Max a quarter of the way. So this is really just for emergencies, which I like, for like daily driver and things like that. It's designed to be put onto your keys. It's not super great for travel, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but it's designed to fit your keys. So there's actually, I'm gonna start with my biggest gripe with this thing. There's a kind of feature here that allows you to stick your keys onto the battery bank. So you kind of push this forward, opens that little key ring thing, and then you can actually slide it right on. Just kind of having trouble with it here. Just gonna have to get it on and then show you. And then it'll kind of lock back into place. You can see there's a space there right now. You kind of like lock it back into place. I had a lot of issues with this thing. So it's locked into place and it stays on nicely. However, it is too easy to disengage this top part. So I can't count the number of times my keys just fell off this metal thing while I was using this. I think I dropped it on the floor maybe 4 times, pulling these keys out of my pocket during the 2 weeks of testing. So definitely not a great design there, at least in my opinion. Maybe this one's faulty, but based on the videos I've watched on YouTube, other people have done, and then based on some other research we've done watching Tau's videos as well, that's kind of how the features work. Or Rolling Square's videos rather. It's kind of how the feature works. So I ran into a lot of issue with that. So just note that, this is probably a lot better just freestanding and put into your bag if you want. However, that would negate the main feature, which is the dock. So there's a magnet up here on the top and that fastens it in. And again, let me just stick these keys back on here because I want to show you what I thought wasn't going to be great is actually really great, which is the connection here. You just see it's a really small magnet, and I was kind of like, oh, that's not going to stay on, but that stays on very well. Even with jostling so much there, that'll take it off, but it stays on if you're just going in and putting your keys on, grabbing them off. That's really good. And you're going to be mounting this to your wall anyways, more than likely. So there are 2 little screw hole slots, and they give you some sticky adhesive as well that you can put into this thing. It's connected via USB, mini USB behind here, or micro USB rather. So if I pull that out, you can just see how that's connected. And it's kind of nice because you can, if you want, take this charger with you. So if this is mounted into the wall very solidly, you can slide this off and bring the charger with you if you do end up traveling with it. Kind of can butt up against that USB cable, but if you just push it down, you slide it right over. Kind of put it in that little hole there, and there you go. But yeah, this will be mounted to the wall, so you can just slide this off, and that will stay mounted to the wall. So that's nice. That provides an opportunity for travel. However, the only way to charge it is with this magnet. So if I'm just looking at like a battery bank, right? Now all of a sudden I've got basically the same size. So I'm gonna pick up like a 5,000 from Anker or a 10,000 before I travel with this 1400 and a charger. Even though it is quite a bit lighter, it's just not really worth the extra space if you are trying to travel very minimally. Now, if it charged through the 2 cables, I think that'd be really awesome, but it doesn't. One other quick thing before we get into the cables is just to note the length of the micro USB cable. You're gonna need to have like an outlet pretty close to wherever you hang this up on your wall. Otherwise, maybe you wanna get like a USB extension cable or a longer micro USB cable. You could totally do that too. I think that about covers it on this. There is also an LED indicator on the top here. I mean, really, you really can't beat though just having this on your keys. I mean, you can beat if this thing stayed on, it would be way better, obviously. But you really can't beat just like coming home, throwing your keys like that, having it charge overnight. Next day, grabbing your keys and going to work or whatever you're gonna do, and always having a little bit of an emergency charge on you. I think that's really the use case here for it. It's like a daily driver attached to your keys, which is great. Now let's talk about the cables a little bit. So one thing intuitively when this is attached to my keys, I kind of wanted to peel these sides here to get the cable out, but it's on the other side. Just because, you know, when you got the keys there, it's kind of in the way of these cables. So that's just a little small gripe as well. But we have USB-C on this side, and we have their Rolling Squares patented micro USB and or proprietary, they say on their site. I'm not sure if they have it patented. And then we have a micro USB and lightning cable combination on this side, which is awesome. I really love that. You know, 2 for 1. It's always good when it comes to tech and dongles because I know a lot of us have so many already. And the little stash port just goes all the way through, as you can see. You can see the gray table below there. So not really housing for it, but there's housing, but you know, it is a pass-through. So if I'm gonna charge my iPhone, let me just show you how that works. I can just plug that right in down here at the bottom. And it's like a little awkward, right? It's just kind of sitting there. Probably best if you want this sitting on the table. It's a little awkward just to have it hanging off your phone, but it gets the job done really well and totally works. So about the same size as a car key fob. Just note that as well. So if you do have a car key with on your keychain, it's going to be about the same size as that as well. So yeah, that basically covers it. The Rolling Square Tao. I hope this video gave you a better understanding of whether or not you may want to pick one of these up. Thank you so much for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and I will see you in the next video.